Hi everybody, it's Spiritual Girly here. I hope everybody has had a wonderful day and week so far. Gonna do some card pulls, but it may be a different video. Just to talk about leaning into happiness. So I hope that you are all continuing to lean into happiness. There are gonna be ups and downs all the time, but really finding the joy, even if it's something little, in the day is what it's all about. Last week, I told you last weekend, you were supposed to be in the energy of receiving. And I was telling there's a difference between receiving and taking. Taking taking energy, I think we all know what that means. Just someone who's just taking, just there to siphon off your energy, your resources, whatever it may be, and they are just taking. Those people are not in the receiving energy. They are really just in the taking energy. So receiving energy is something different. That means that you are giving and receiving, and you only know how to receive if you give. And if you are a giver, like I am a giver, if you are a giver, you find it very hard to receive. It doesn't mean that, you don't know how to receive. You do. It's just that you find it hard to receive because you are a giver and you want to give to everyone else. So being in the receiving energy means that you have given so much that people want to give back to you, and I'm asking you to allow that to happen. So being in your receiving energy. So if you're out with friends and you would normally pick up the entire check, not because they asked you to, just because you just want to pick up the check because you want to make them happy, they've had a bad day, or you just love them so much and you don't want them to have to worry about the meal that was just had. So you pick up the check. That's fine. You're a giver. You do that. So what I'm asking you to do is not to pick up the check. Not to pick up the check. If the check is laying there, I'm not saying you're going to have your friend pay for the whole thing. Let your friend pay for their part and you pay for your part. That's it. You're not going to give. It's nothing bad about that. There's nothing bad about that. And you may be like, oh my God, but I usually do. It doesn't mean that you love them any less or anything like that. It just means that you are in a receiving energy. You aren't in a giving energy. If you really, really, really want to pick up the check, pick up the check. But then you're just going to have to start all over because you're not in your receiving energy. You're in your giving energy. So what I'm asking you is to not pick up the check. If they want to pay for it all, say if they do, that's not the expectation. It's really not. You're going to pay for yours and they're going to pay for theirs. And that is just the interaction. There's nothing wrong with that interaction. If they decide, and this is where you're stepping into your receiving energy, if you are with them, and this is just an example, this may not be your situation, but you can apply it to whatever situation. Say that the check comes and they decide to pick it up. You let them. As givers, the first thing we're going to do is oh my God, no, we can't have that. I don't want them to be burdened with my portion. So you're saying, no, I'll pick it up. I'll pick up the whole thing. What you're doing is you're stopping them from being in their receiving energy. And who are you to do that? Maybe they decided today they were going to be in their, in their giving energy. Maybe today they decided they were going to be in their giving energy, but here they are dealing with you and you don't know how to share it. So let them do that, is what being in this receiving energy is. Okay, they pick up the check. As givers, you are going to be very, very uncomfortable with that. And you're going to be fighting with that. Even if you can somehow shut your mouth and say, oh my God, I really want to. Don't do the thing. And the thing is saying, do you need help? Because they might say, yes, I could, sure, I can use help. You're not in the receiving energy anymore. You're in the giving energy. So if someone says, here, I will pick up this check. Again, it's just the example I'm using. It could be anything. You say, thank you. You can even say, I have next time. You're still in your receiving energy. You say, thank you for doing that for me. And instead of feeling guilty that someone is taking care of you, mind you, someone who asked and wanted to take care of you, you're feeling guilty about it. Instead of feeling guilty, you probably will, but just think of it this way. Think of, wow, they really like me, or they really love me, or they really want to do this for me. I feel so grateful that I have a friend like this who wants to take care of me. And allow them to take care of you. If you are stuck in your giving energy and you don't know how to move in your receiving energy, you don't know how to be graceful in that receiving energy, what you're doing is you are robbing people the joy of taking care of you. You are robbing people the joy of wanting to show you that they love you and appreciate you, and they want to reciprocate. And as givers, we know that that's our thing too. We're like, well, I do everything for so many people and no one ever does anything for me. Well, child, you don't let them. You don't let them. You don't let them. So let them. So that's what we're going to continue to do. Doesn't matter when you see this video, you are leaning into happiness. You are being grateful. You are being in your receiving energy. Even if you can't do it all the time, try. At least do it 1 or twice this week. Just try. Get past the whatever it is going on here that's stopping you from letting people take care of you. I know that you want to take care of everybody all the time. Stop. Let people take care of you. Let people love you. Let people give to you. And instead of you helping them take care of you and love you, just say thank you. Thank you. And then I want you to feel, that felt good. Even though I feel a little guilty because I didn't pay the bill, I didn't grab the check first. Say, it feels good to have somebody who actually wants to buy me a meal. Okay? So that's what I want you guys to do this week. Hopefully it resonates with you. But as always, just find something little to lean into happiness with. Okay, guys.